Did you know that making crispy onion rings and coconut shrimp at home is easier than you think? Introducing the delightful combination of crispy homemade onion rings and coconut shrimp. Say goodbye to soggy onion rings. One of the problems people often have with making onion rings at home is achieving that crispy crunchiness that lasts for a very long time. And in this recipe, we are going to achieve just that. I am starting off by using 1.5 onion. You can use medium or large onions for this. And you want to slice them about half of an inch and you want to separate them. Do not throw away the inside. You can use the inside to use later. So to a bowl, you want to add your flour, cornstarch, a little bit of paprika, some all-purpose seasoning, and salt. Whisk it up. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Have all the flavors going there. And now we're going to add our water to this. The goal of this batter is not to have it too thick because it's going to fall off of the onion rings and it's not going to hold as the onions are very smooth on the outside. And this is a perfect texture that you want to go for. Just dripping off the whisk. This is a very fast recipe and onion rings can be very inexpensive and then we pay lots of money for it. Sometimes when you purchase onion rings at takeout joints, they are very soggy. So add the onion rings into the batter. And let's transfer these over to some Panko breadcrumbs. Lightly sprinkle so it's fully covered. Now we're going to remove them and place them on our tray. One of the tricks that I have learned in making onion rings is to place them in the freezer before you add them to the fryer, and that way the crispiness lasts for a very long time. Over here we have our shrimp and we have gone ahead and butterfly them, and I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to peel the shrimp and leave the very last joint on the shrimp. That is because you want to leave the tail off for presentation. So with a sharp knife, we're gonna go in and we're gonna slice it all the way, not to the end, but your knife has to be very, very sharp. If you're not sure that you want to do this in your hand, you could just place it on a cutting board and you can do it there. And that's all it is to butterflying the shrimp. The shrimp batter is slightly different from the onion rings batter because we're adding egg. So we added our water, egg, a little bit of flour, salt, cornstarch, which is responsible for the crispiness. So we have added two different ingredients from the first batter. Whisk it, same consistency, because you want the batter to hug the shrimp and just to fall off of the whisk. We are going in with some coconut. This is shredded coconut, store-bought coconut. But if you prefer to use the coconut, fresh coconut, you can use that as well. Place a shrimp in the batter and leave the flap of the butterfly open because we're going to dip this into this nice coconut. Use a dry hand to sprinkle the coconut on the shrimp. Dust it off and place it on a tray. I am also popping this in the freezer. Now it's time to fry some nice, very, very hot oil. The hotter the oil, the better for you because you're gonna have a very nice crispiness very fast, and it's also gonna last for a very long time. 2-3 hours and these are still nice and crispy. Turn these after 2 to 3 minutes. Allow the other side to become nice and golden brown, a golden brown perfection. And this doesn't take very long at all. You can freeze these onion rings by placing them in a Ziploc bag, and they stay for a very long time. You could just go in the freezer, pop them out, pop them straight in the hot oil, and you're good to go. Beautifully golden brown. Now I'm going to remove these from my heat, and we are going ahead and fry our coconut shrimp. These shrimps doesn't take long at all. For nice juicy tender shrimp, fry them deep fried, only 1 minute. When you take them out of the hot oil, they continue to become brown because they are still frying and sizzling until they have officially cooled down. But guys, as I said this, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, to subscribe, drop a comment in the comment section, let me know what you think about the recipe, and this is our final presentation. Thank you for joining. See you on another good day for another great recipe.